You think people care about you.
They don't. Did you notice that tiny twitch when you fail? That blink, that glance away? They thrive on your fall. And no, you're not imagining it. One word sums it up: schadenfreude. It means feeling pleasure at another's pain.
Niccolo Machiavelli wrote maps, not stories. Maps of envy, hidden hostility, and the silent delight in others' failure. Centuries ago, he observed what you see today: the flicker in a colleague's eyes, the lean back at a dinner, the micro-calculation that elevates someone at your expense. These aren't quirks, they are patterns. Recognize them, and you stop being prey. You start seeing predators. You start moving while they flail. People enjoy your misfortune because your fall shifts the scales of power. Envy waits. Silence speaks. Timing reveals the predator. Learn the rules. Stop mistaking politeness for goodwill. Spot who feeds quietly when you falter, and the game changes forever. Rule 1. Recognition through micro-reaction. The moment you spill coffee in a meeting, the world doesn't stop. But in that fraction of a second, your brain catches something your eyes haven't yet. A flicker in a colleague's gaze, a tightening of the lips, a micro-shift in posture. They glance away, pretending to check notes, pretending nothing happened, but you felt it. That imperceptible satisfaction, that barely there relief. They noticed your stumble, and it thrilled them. You tell yourself it's harmless, that they're just human. Machiavelli would have laughed at how naive you are. This is the pulse of human behavior, ancient as courts and battlefields. Power doesn't shout, it whispers in gestures, in fleeting expressions that betray desire, envy, and hidden glee. Most people never notice these micro-signals, trapped as they are in their own reactions, their own insecurities. Here's the brutal truth. The universe doesn't reward innocence, it rewards awareness. See the flicker, read the subtle exhale, track the micro-moment. They are showing you the map to their motives. You are being observed, you are being measured. And the first rule of power: you see what others pretend to hide, and in seeing, you already hold the advantage. Rule 2. Who gains when you lose? A teammate misses a deadline. The report isn't on your desk, but your body feels the shift before your mind names it. Your manager, casual as a breeze, praises someone else. Thanks to Alex for stepping up at the last minute. Nothing dramatic, no blame, no lecture, just a flick of attention. And in that micro moment, influence slides. Your value doesn't visibly drop. Someone else's quietly inflates. Competent, reliable, slightly above you in perception. You feel it in your gut. The invisible scales have tipped, and you're suddenly lighter. Most people freeze here. They stew. They label it unfair. They tell themselves someone cheated or got lucky. Machiavelli would call that amateur thinking. The world isn't fair. It's functional. Power doesn't punish mistakes loudly. It redistributes advantage silently. Those who understand this convert someone else's misstep into elevation, without aggression, without fingerprints, invisible, efficient, lethal. This is the predator's advantage. While you process emotion, someone else processes opportunity. While you explain or justify, they move. Every failure you witness carries hidden profit for someone watching closely enough to claim it, recognize it, Track it, anticipate it. Don't react. Predict who rises when you slip and who waits patiently before making their move. The second rule of power: a loss is never just a mistake. It is someone else's gain, and seeing the transfer first is your edge. Are you already seeing how you missed all these? Not once, repeatedly. The room shifted, reactions mismatched, and you let it slide. You explained, you hesitated. That wasn't kindness, it was a leak, and they saw it first. Learn the remaining rules and be the first to see. Rule 3. Misfortune as social leverage. At a group lunch, you mention a small slip, a miscalculation, a missed point. You treat it as nothing. You're already moving on when it happens. Someone else leans in, casually repeating the story to a third person. Quiet, controlled, perfectly timed, not loud enough to be called gossip, not sharp enough to look malicious, but precise enough to elevate them while shrinking you. This isn't conversation, it's leverage. In the social ecosystem, your misfortune has just become currency. A chip exchanged for influence, status, credibility, and you handed it over unguarded, like a pawn who didn't know the board was live. This is where most people misunderstand power. They think sabotage must be obvious to be real. It doesn't. Power prefers silence. It prefers deniability. The most effective operators never attack directly. They collect moments, small slips, minor errors, harmless admissions. Piece by piece, they assemble advantage while you're still laughing it off. The mistake you thought insignificant becomes a tool. Perception shifts. They look informed, competent, alert, the one who noticed, and you become the reference point for error. Watch how misfortune travels through networks. This isn't about morality, it's mechanics. Some use immediately, others archive quietly, waiting. The third rule of power: your slip is someone else's leverage, and if you can't see the transaction, you're already being played. Rule 4. Envy disguised as concern. A friend leans in with advice about your promotion. "I think you should be careful," they say, voice gentle, smile soft. At first, you feel gratitude. Then it happens. You shrink, you doubt, you second-guess yourself. Their tone lingers just long enough to plant uncertainty. The words sound protective, but the intent stays hidden. No attack, no confrontation, just quiet pressure. You are being measured, weighed, adjusted without consent. This is envy disguised as concern. It never arrives loud, it never announces itself. The most dangerous people don't challenge you directly. They guide, soften, and frame while nudging you into hesitation. They operate through timing, phrasing, and small gestures that carry the blade while the hand looks open. And because it wears the costume of care, most people never realize they've been assessed, ranked, and subtly reduced. Watch the pauses, the slight hesitations, the innocent comparisons slipped in casually. These are probes, not advice. They test the terrain of your ego. They feed on your uncertainty and thrive in the gap between recognition and reaction. The fourth rule of power: when support feels like pressure, Envy is in disguise, and the hand extended to help may be holding a blade. Rule 5. Anticipation, not reaction. You sit across from a rival in a strategy meeting. You see it before it lands, a flicker in their eyes, a lean forward, the subtle tightening of their jaw. Your attention sharpens, not into fear, not into anger, but into observation. You don't react, you don't speak, you wait. Because the instant you react, you hand over control, and in their hands, your misfortune becomes a tool. Anticipation is the silent predator's advantage. It lives in the space between perception and action, where power quietly consolidates. You read the cues, the hesitation, the shift in posture, the micro pause before a sentence drops. In that narrow window, you map intention, not just what they plan to do, but why. Knowledge first, action later. That sequence alone separates dominance from desperation. Restraint is the mechanism. By not jumping, by refusing to respond on cue, you turn their aggression into a mirror. They move, you watch. They strike, you note the mechanics. The room becomes a chessboard, and you are already several moves ahead. The rival believes they are steering the exchange. The predator has already calculated the outcome. The fifth rule of power: anticipate before the strike, observe before the fall, and let your stillness become the weapon they never see coming. The person who no longer triggers hidden delight is the one who is unmoved, unreadable, sovereign. You walk into rooms and they pause, not out of fear, not out of admiration, but because they cannot locate your levers. The whispers, the smirks, the subtle jabs, none stick. You are no longer prey. This is not advice. This is a repositioning. You exist on a different plane of the social hierarchy. The predator cannot play with you. Their game dissolves before it even begins. Do not explain. Do not justify. Do not rationalize. Every word you offer gives leverage to another. Every reaction signals dependency. Every attempt to manage perception collapses advantage. Silence maintains power. Inaction becomes armor. Let events reveal themselves. Let others reveal themselves. Observe. Do not interfere. Every collapse is subtle but absolute. Control itself. Now watch as rooms shift around you without a word. Conversations adjust, smiles pause, and glances measure rather than pierce. People test, probe, but the usual cues fail because you are no longer positioned where they expect. Yet one truth remains unresolved. Not all observers will submit. Some will escalate, probing further, pressing harder. That discomfort is yours to hold, not theirs to dictate. You do not react. You do not justify. You remain the calm storm in the center. Let them wonder. Let them strain. The power is in restraint, not in action. Subscribe, not because you are told, but because you now know the rules everyone silently obeys.